Hello babies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jaelah. This lens that I got shows all my dust and my crust very clearly, so please bear with me as I remove and decrust all of this, you know what I'm saying, whatever I got going on here. Hold on, I'm freezing cold in my robe is not covering my legs right. Today I'm doing a chit chat, get ready with me. When it comes to the getting ready part, both my lace and my skin both needs to like equally be attacked, but I can only do one at a time. So I feel like I should go ahead and hit the skin first and do my makeup right quick first, because my makeup isn't gonna take a long time. I don't really know, I do know what I want to talk about, I just don't know like what order I want to talk about it in, because there's a couple things that need to be addressed. So for my eyebrows, started off with the Fenty Brow MVP, and this is in deep black. So hold on, let me do my eyebrows. First thing I want to talk about is kind of like a update on like my mental health. I know that you guys know that Miles was gone for a little while, and my mental health kind of took like a turn for the worse, because I was struggling with like my productivity levels and kind of just struggling with like my time management, and I was also very sensitive to the people around me when it came to my baby. Hold on, this is my mom. Hey mom. Okay mom, let me call you back when I finish this video.
You ain't finished your makeup yet.
I'm doing the video while I'm doing my makeup.
What's that on your eyeball? That gold stuff.
It's tan and it's concealer. Sorry, I got wrapped up talking to my mom. Y'all know that I kind of went through like a depressing state. Like I didn't really know I was getting depressed, and I don't want this video to be sad or anything, but I just kind of want to let y'all know where I'm at as far as like therapy and pulling yourself out of a depression. And I can only really tell you what worked for me and what's going on with me. So like when I was depressed, I think that's another reason why I lost so much weight, because I was just so stressed out and I was not like myself. So I started going back to therapy as soon as Miles got back. I couldn't even go to therapy while he was gone, because I couldn't even find nobody to watch my baby for, you know, like an hour while I went. Or not that I couldn't find nobody to watch my baby, I'm just extremely particular about who watches Jackson. And then I also feel like guilty whenever I do like leave him and like go places. So I didn't go to therapy until Miles got back, because of course I don't feel guilty about Miles keeping his own baby. But when I did go back to therapy, me and my psychiatrist talked about a lot of things. Now I have a therapist and I have a psychiatrist. Now my psychiatrist is black, okay? Like she cool. But my therapist, you know what I'm saying, she's a little bit, you know. When I was talking to my psychiatrist about everything that I was struggling with, I was telling her about my time management problems, I was telling her about my anxiety, I was telling her about everything that I felt like I had to do and how I didn't have enough time to do it and all this other stuff. Basically, she prescribed me a mood stabilizer, and she suggested that maybe we start back on my Adderall. So I came home and I was like, I really want to try this mood stabilizer, because I just don't want anything to like mess with my mood. If I can just fix my attitude without messing with my mood, that would be great. You know, after some therapy sessions, I realized that my irritability is actually triggered by my anxiety. I'm irritable because I'm super anxious, not because of anything else. Not because I'm just like a mean person, or I feel like fussing, or I feel like arguing, or anything like that. It's just the fact that I am anxious right now, so I am irritable. And once I realized that my anxiousness and my irritability was had like a correlation to them, that helped me control my anxiety and my irritability a little bit more. And it kind of helped me warn like Miles, you know, like if I was feeling super anxious that day, I would say, hey, you know, babe, if I'm feeling like really anxious, so if I'm irritable, it's just because I'm anxious and I have a lot to do. Can you help me with X, Y? You know, like instead of me dealing with it with myself, I learned how to ask for help, because that's usually what I do. Like I'm one of those people like, if you don't do it yourself, it ain't done right. But I had to learn to let that go and let other people kind of like help me out. That has helped me a whole bunch. So yeah, I've been going to therapy, and I didn't take the mood stabilizers, but she did prescribe me an antidepressant. So I take Lexapro just to kind of like, till I'm like out of this, you know. Ooh, how is this gonna go? until I feel like I'm completely out of this, like in the clear, I'm just gonna take it until I feel like I am back to myself. Which I mean, if there's something out there that can help you, there's no real reason to suffer. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. For a long time, I'm like, oh no, I feel defeated. I feel this, I feel that. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to do all of this stuff. But it's just like, nothing's working. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? Like, why? What is going on? And that kind of sent me into like a little, you know, you start to feel sorry for yourself. You start to feel bad for yourself. You start like, why me? Like, why can all these moms do all of this stuff and you can't get anything done? And why does she look like this and I look like this? And it's just like, we got the same 24 hours. How the hell is she getting so much more done? And I can't even get up and brush my teeth and make my bed in the morning. Like, I was starting to feel sorry for myself. I'm happy that I got help because there was just a lot of like factors going into my depression, I felt like. Like, all right, so I love breastfeeding my son. That's just something that I wanted to do. And I know I talk about breastfeeding a lot, but to be honest with you, breastfeeding is like a huge part of my life because it's like another full-time job. So I talk about it a lot because it's a big part of my life. But breastfeeding Jackson as a toddler is like, you kind of look at other moms that have babies that are on formula, and you look at how independent their babies are, and you look at how free they are, and here you are with a baby that's exclusively breastfed, and you're doing something that a lot of moms wish they could do, but at the same time you're like, oh, but I wish I had their freedom. So like really on both sides, like the grass looks greener on both sides, you know what I'm saying? Moms that formula feel like, oh, I wish I can breastfeed. Moms that breastfeed are like, oh, I wish I had your freedom. You know what I mean? Like either if you exclusively breastfeed or if you're pumping, you're never really like free because like you're always like to a pump every couple of hours or to a baby every couple of hours. Now to a pump every couple of hours is not as bad as to a baby every couple of hours because like your baby's not like solely like depending on you. There's still like a liaison, you know what I'm saying? There's still a bridge. The bottle is the bridge. But for me, it was difficult because it was just my baby wouldn't take a bottle and it was just baby, mommy, nipple, that was it. Yeah, like I began to feel trapped. And I felt guilty for having those feelings of feeling trapped because like, I'm a mom, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is what I said I was gonna do, like, this is what I'm made to do, so why do I feel trapped, and why do I feel like this? And it was a mixture of a lot of things. So, I had never been away from Jax, ever, never slept away from him, to be honest with you, I made a very codependent baby, which is okay because babies are codependent. Like babies aren't really supposed to be independent. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you got an independent baby, that makes things a little bit easier for, you know, the parent. And if you just have an independent baby, you know, it's normal to the baby because the baby's independent. But Jackson has always been really like clingy, I guess you can say. I never had one of those babies that you can just like drop him off at here and drop him off at there, and like, you know, I always had like a baby with like, they came with like a to-do list, you know what I'm saying? Like a list, like an extensive list of what he needed or something like that. What is in my braces? So yeah, my baby always came with stuff like that. So I never really had like an independent baby. I told you that me and my best friend had our babies 2 days apart, and I know you're not supposed to compare, but honestly all moms compare babies. Like, it's just what it is. And I would watch Yumi and she would just do her own thing. Like, she would sit on the bed and watch TV, and like she would just relax and kick back, and Jackson never chilled. I'm like, this goddamn baby. I just started to like feel trapped because I felt like Jackson was dependent on me. I felt like Miles was codependent on me because like once he turned 1, I guess he didn't understand, like he doesn't really like need it. And that's the thing, like once Jackson turned 1, that was like the kicker. That was just like the, okay, you know, once your baby's 1, formula moms, y'all are free to like feed your baby whole milk, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gotta buy formula no more, or y'all ain't gotta make bottles no more. All y'all gotta do is a nice tall bottle of cow milk, almond milk, whatever milk you decide to feed your baby. You pour that up and that's it. Pumping moms and breastfeeding moms are still feeding their babies, and their babies are still very dependent on them. Once he turned 1, that's when I was like, okay, it really hit me. Like the codependency really hit me. And I was just like, okay, this was fun, but now I'm done. But once they hit 1, like, when are you gonna stop breastfeeding? It's like, it's not up to me, bro. Like, it's really not up to me. It's very hard to stop breastfeeding a baby that knows what the boob is. Now, when you start, if you stop breastfeeding early, then, and your baby doesn't really know the difference, then yeah, but like, my baby knows where my boob is. He knows that it's his. He knows how to pull it out and eat. Like, he knows, you know? So it's hard for me. People are like, oh, when are you gonna stop? When is Jackson gonna stop? Like, it's not me. Like, I would have stopped yesterday, but it's not up to me. And that's why I just kind of let him do his thing. I let him wean when he's ready, because like, I decided to have a baby. A lot of things aren't gonna be up to me. You know, it's not about me anymore. So I think I struggle with that a lot. Like, it's not about me versus like, it is about me because I need to be like mentally like sane, you know what I mean? So I definitely struggle with that. Like, okay, Jaelah, like, this is what you're supposed to do. Why do you have negative feelings towards it? And I don't have negative feelings towards breastfeeding. It's more so like the codependency that gets me. Like, if I could breastfeed my son and still feel like I have a normal life, then that's one thing. But the fact that I couldn't even like do things, like I'll be editing and Miles will be like, can you feed him right quick? And I'm like, he doesn't need it, like, he's okay. Or like, stopping what I'm doing to go put him to sleep because Jackson can't fall asleep without the boob. Well, this was before I went to Atlanta. Can you stop putting him to sleep right quick? And it's like, bro, I can't do anything. Like, I can't do anything. Before I went to Atlanta, I felt like I could not do anything. Like, I needed that Atlanta trip. Miles needed that Atlanta trip. Jackson needed that Atlanta trip. Everybody needed it because I just felt so trapped. But after I came back from Atlanta, I told you that was Jackson's first time ever away from me. And he still remembered the boob and he still nurses. But he did so well while I was gone. It's kind of like an out of sight, out of mind thing. And I was so nervous about leaving my baby, y'all. Like, so nervous. Because I'm like, what if he thinks I died? What if, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a whole bunch of like irrational thoughts. Like, I don't want him to think like I abandoned him or nothing. Because if it comes between me being uncomfortable and my baby being uncomfortable, I'm gonna always choose me. I'm gonna always choose for me to be uncomfortable. I just didn't know how he would take me leaving. But I'm actually really happy that I went to Atlanta because we all needed it. Miles grew a different appreciation for me being a work from home mom. Because to be honest with you, I feel like if you're a mom, you understand that shit is just like, all moms are just moms, you know? Like, being a mom means like being like the backbone, you know what I mean? So a lot of things are gonna be like not fair, I guess you can say. But I feel like being a work from home mom, you really get the shit end of the stick. And I say the shit end of the stick in the nicest way I could possibly say shit end of the stick. Like, I don't mean like being a mom is shitty or like anything, but I'm talking about when it comes to like just having like, just doing things, you naturally do more being the work from home mom. Okay, so like, when I'm at work, I don't get 8 hours of time, like just allotted to work. I have to stop and breastfeed. I have to stop and do laundry. I have to stop and feed. I have to stop and change. So I don't really get the time for my work that Miles gets for his time, for his work. So he drives by himself to work so he can play his music loud. And while he's at work, he can eat spicy things, you know, because that's his lunch and he's just eating spicy things for lunch. But like, me on the other hand, it's like, okay, I can't eat this because it's spicy. Jax can't eat this, you know? I'm like doing double the work. So when Miles gets home, it's like, I haven't got anything done that I need to get done today. So it's gonna be you and Jax for a little while. And that little while turns into like 4 or 5 hours, and him getting off at 4 o'clock. It's just like, okay, by that time it's like 8, 9, 10, and it's bath time and bedtime and all this other stuff and dinner time. And it's like, we don't really get to spend a lot of time together. And even then, sometimes it's not uninterrupted time that I get to do my work because, you know, I'm at home, you know, so I'm not gonna like ignore my baby and my husband while I'm at home. Miles is talking to me about his day, so I'm stopping and I'm listening to him and stuff like that. So work from home moms really struggle with, I feel like, balance. Well, I know I do. Yeah, I guess I said all that to say that, like, not saying that breastfeeding made me feel like some type of way. It was more so like me being like the crutch. There can't be like another me. I was even considering hiring a wet nurse, like somebody to breastfeed my son, like, because that's how like trapped I felt. Like, I was like, okay, I Mama needs to have a life. Like, I can't even go do X, Y, Z. You know, other moms are talking about going on trips and they just living their best life. And I'm over here like, oh, but my baby. But it's good for him. So in the back of my mind, it's like, oh, well, you can't do this. And then the other part of me is like, but it's good for him. And a lot of moms can't do it. So you should be happy that you can do it. So I guess it's just like a kind of like the grass looks greener from both, you know, both sides. But yeah, so that's that. If anybody ever asks me like, when are you gonna start breastfeeding, really, it's not me, okay? I do love breastfeeding my son. I love it. Like, I love the bond that we have. But like, toddlers are just flat out fucking entitled, okay? Like, they know that it's their boob. How they act over it is like crackhead behavior. So like, that's not cool. Because like, Jackson will pull my, like, he'll be nursing on one boob, but he has to like pull the other nipple out and like twiddle. And that's when they like take the other nipple and like rub it in between their fingers and stuff like that. And he's just messing with it, but like, he'll pull it out just so it can be out. And then like, I'll be out in public and I'll be like, oh, you know, I'm breastfeeding in public, but here I am, my nipple poked out because Jackson pulled my nipple out and I don't know it's out. That's not cool. But yeah, that's that. I do want to do like a video on how to like comfortable natural birth and how to successfully breastfeed, I guess you can say. I don't know, everybody's definition of success is different, because to me, mine wasn't very successful considering my baby never took a bottle. It kind of did more harm to me, but it did more good for Jackson. I feel like I set myself up a little bit, but it's okay because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a mom. It's not my life no more, it's Jackson's life. And that's just it, that is what it is. Where's my eyeliner pen, Jackson? So yeah, alright, so another thing I would like to address in this video is the new baby. So a couple of weeks ago, I told you guys that there was a new baby on the way, and me and JoJo were kind of, you know, playing around with it. Everybody thought it was JoJo, but it's not JoJo. Truth is, honestly, the new baby is my little brother. His name is Jelani. All my mom's kids has J's with 6 letters. There's Justin, Jeremy, Jaelah, Jory, Jalen, and now Jelani. He is the new baby. The reason why I am doing this video like this is because my mom was supposed to be pregnant until January, and she had him early. This was her first premature birth, first cesarean. It was just a lot of things was just different. My mom has had 5 kids and everything was full term, everything, you know, went great. So this is the first time that we've actually had to deal with something like this in our family. And Jelani's right now is in the NICU. And I was gonna do like a video talking about my new baby brother, and I was gonna show you guys him and stuff like that. But like, honestly, it just felt real like exploity. Like, I felt like I was exploiting him and my mom. And this is a really vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, time in her life and his life. And I just didn't want to be that person, you know what I mean, to come around with like the cameras and stuff like that. So boom, there it is. I was supposed to like do like a whole like pregnancy reveal with my mom and stuff like that. If you guys even care, I don't know, but like, that's what it was. But now it's just like, I have to just kind of tell you guys because I don't want to like exploit my little brother and my mom. I think he was 2 pounds 10 ounces when he was born, and 14.5 inches long. And he's doing great, and my mom is healing great, and everything is great. This is my YouTube channel. I didn't want to come around looking like depressed, like TMZ, you know, exploiting people in their like difficult times and stuff like that. But I will insert a picture here for you guys so you guys can see what he looks like. I know a lot of you are gonna ask how old my mom is, but to be honest with you, I don't really know how old she is. I know she's in her 40s though. Like early 40s, like mid 40s. Definitely not like 49 or 48 or anything like that. The crazy thing is, when my mom first told me she was pregnant, I was like, ooh, sis. I was like, congratulations. However, come with this, you got caught popping pussy. Ah! Ah! Literally, I was like, oh, sis, you got caught popping that thing. You got caught, girl. That's the first thing I said to her. Got to be more careful, sis. Which eye do this go on? Oh, probably this one. That was hilarious. That's that. That's the new baby. Thank you in advance for everybody's, you know, well wishes and prayers and stuff like that. Hopefully he'll be home soon. Let me put these lashes on right quick because I'm not going to be able to talk while I do this. Oh, another thing I want to say. Jelani is not by my dad. Me, JoJo, and my little brother have the same dad. But Jelani is my stepdad's baby, and my mom and him got married like a couple of years ago. My mom and dad have been divorced for a little while, so you know how that goes. Jelani has so much family on both sides of the family, it's crazy. So now that my makeup's done, let me put this stuff back and go get the stuff for my hair. And then we can talk about something that everybody has been asking about and wanting to know. And I'm here to clear the smoke, clear the air, okay? We're gonna get right down to it, okay? We're gonna get right into it. Give me 1 second. I got my hair straightened out. I got my Got2b glued. Honestly, this shit is crusty, girl. What in the what? What does my co-star say today? It's a good time to be extra kind to yourself. Okay, you hear that, Jaelah? Be kind. Oh no! How I'm gonna do this? Okay, so I think I'm gonna wet this paper towel and press it on there. Because this is just the crustiest that you ever seen. Girl, why you so crusty? Bro, when the wig be crusty, you might as well just wear straight backs. Because sis, like, that shit is crusty. Okay, so a lot of people have been asking about our dream wedding. Little backstory, okay? In January, this decorator that I know that decorated our baby shower hosted a giveaway for a $30,000 dream wedding. And of course, when I seen it, I was like, okay, cool. Like, this is a great opportunity for Miles and I. We haven't ever had a real wedding. So this is like a great opportunity for that. Me and Miles got married in sweatpants when we were 19 and 21. So I was like, this is great. You know what I'm saying? In October was our 5-year anniversary, which we have yet to celebrate because of Vlogtober, Vlogmas, like, his full-time job, and you know, us being both full-time parents. So I entered it, okay? The video entry was like, it was a video entry, had to be like a minute long, and you had to bring traffic, you know, to the giveaway page. So I put it on my Instagram. You guys help us become finalists. Now there was like all right, y'all enter, and then once you enter, they pick like the top 4 of all, like, who had the most shares, who had the most comments, who had the most likes, stuff like that, who had the most views, and then they put our names into a box. Okay, so this is the part that people got like confused, because I feel like a lot of people thought that it wasn't fair because I have such a big following and like everybody else didn't have a big following, but they put all our names into a box. They put our names into a box and then they picked from the box, and it was fair and square. We won the wedding, right? Mind you, Miles is in Qatar. There's like, I don't know how many hours, like a double-digit time difference. We're not really communicating as much as we should have. Every time I try to talk about like the wedding, really nothing was getting done the way I felt like it should have been done. And I'm the type of person, like, if I do something, like, I want to do it right. So when Miles got back from deployment, I had to go to BeautyCon. And then after BeautyCon, I was working on therapy and my mental health and all of that other stuff. So the wedding just didn't feel like it was the right timing. It just felt like my whole life was in like a retrograde. And I was like, what is going on? Really, nothing felt like the right timing. And to me, when stuff is supposed to be happening, it's gonna be easy going. Like, it's supposed to be like, okay, this is supposed to be happening. Like, all right, like, it kind of felt like too much resistance. So I called the decorator and I said, hey girl, you know, we started talking about it. She's asking about wedding colors and stuff like that. And because it's a giveaway, there are a lot of rules and I don't want to say like stipulations, but like everything was just, I felt there were a lot of things that were like limited, okay? So like the venue could only fit 100 people. We had 100 people at our baby shower. And I think out of the 100 people that was at our baby shower, Miles' family was only like 7, maybe 6 or 7 of them came. And they live in Chicago, so they had to like travel. You get what I'm saying? Y'all know how that be sometimes, like military life. So 100 people for us was like kind of hard. When I sat down and tried to make the guest list, I found that I was gonna be missing out on spending the day with people that I really wanted to be there. And that was a really, really like hard decision because our family is huge. It's 33 of us, just like in general. So like my aunt, you know what I'm saying, my uncle, my cousins, stuff like that. Like we're really, really close family, and there's already 33 of us, you feel me? So that is a lot. And then you have like a couple of friends here and there, and you know, their people, their plus ones and stuff like that. So like really a lot of things felt like it wasn't going right. And then there were the comments. The comments that Miles and I were undeserving of the wedding. We make too much money to be entering a free wedding. Those comments, I didn't ignore those comments, like I saw them, but like, I don't know what it is with people thinking that people in the military have so much money, but it's not true. It's not true, okay? You can look up and see how much people in the military make. It's not a lot. Like, that is so annoying to me that people think that just because you're in the military, it means you make so much money. Like, you're not rich, okay? Unless you got some rank up on your shoulders or you're an officer, you ain't rich, okay? That's just what it is. You making it, but you ain't rich. So a $30,000 wedding was something that would have been a blessing to me. I'm not Kim Kardashian. I don't spend all of my money on like, I'm not a very flashy person. So the fact that people were like saying that was like kind of throwing me. Like you don't deserve it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess because I'm a YouTuber, y'all think I make like millions of dollars a year, like millions of dollars. But I don't. So like the fact that people were saying that, it was kind of like throwing me. I was just like, okay, like whatever. And the budget for the Range Rover was, number one, the reason why we didn't get the Range Rover because it was too expensive. And number two is because our budget got cut in half while we were shopping for cars because our other cars had broke down. But I don't know if you guys know, but like before I got my truck, I was driving an '06 BMW. Like, I'm not a very flashy person. And that BMW cost me like 12 grand. So I'm not a flashy person. Like, I'm not this super, I didn't come into money, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like this, I haven't made it, you know, or anything like that. So that just was kind of like off-putting, you know what I mean? There's nothing in my life that I feel like makes me look rich. Am I blessed? Absolutely. Rich? Absolutely not. I don't have Chanel bags and Gucci bags and just, you know, these things that would generally like mark wealth. So all of that like kind of just like threw me for a loop. Well, what kind of impression am I giving to people if they think that we are so undeserving of this? Because I have 600,000 followers does not mean I have $600,000, okay? Followers don't equate money. There are people out here that have tons of followers, but they have no money, okay? And there are people out here that don't have a lot of followers and they got a lot of money, okay? It doesn't correlate. It doesn't correlate. So, with all that being said, a lot of things just felt like it wasn't the right time. And because this was gonna be like our first wedding, I wanted it to be done right. I wanted to have the people that I wanted to be there. I wanted the planning to be right. I didn't feel like, it felt rushed. It just didn't feel right, y'all. And I'm a very energy sensitive person, to where if something doesn't feel right, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, there is no wedding. As you guys probably know, like, we're not gonna have it anymore. I just want to do it right the first time, and that's just really, it is what it is. There was a lot of like, the comments kind of put me off. The timing was bad. Miles was gone for half of like the planning process. The giveaway started in January, so that gave us a year to plan, but Miles was gone until the end of July, almost early August. So the planning was just off, okay? Like, it just wasn't, it didn't feel right. I told the decorator that she could give it to whoever she felt like deserved it, and she said she knew this really nice couple. So that's what happened to the dream wedding. I would have loved to do something like that, but it just did not feel right, y'all. A lot of y'all not gonna feel me, but a lot of y'all are gonna feel me. Like, if it doesn't feel right, I feel like it's not meant to be, and then like nothing's gonna go the way you want it to go. If you're already meeting resistance, that is the universe telling you that this is not really, you can do what you want to do, but the universe is going to make it hard for you to get it done. So the fact that there was that much resistance and everything just didn't feel right and everything I felt like was going wrong, and it was just a really stressful time in my life. I'm like, okay, yep, maybe this is just not the time for this. Maybe we should just pick this back up later, try this again some other time. And so that's what I'm going to do. One day when Miles and I are millionaires, okay, somehow, some way, speak that into existence, don't know how yet, but it's gonna happen. We will have this big grand destination wedding or something like that. I'm just gonna trust the timing, and right now wasn't the time for it. So it just is what it is. Like, I'm not sad about it. I'm happy that it went to somebody who the decorator feel like deserved it, and that just is what it is. So yeah, y'all, I uncrustified myself. I feel cute, I look cute, I feel great. I hope you guys enjoyed this chit chat getting ready with me and some of the tea that I just dropped. I hope I answered some of y'all questions, because all of y'all asked questions about it, and it was kind of weird trying to ignore it, but like I didn't want to just tell y'all. I didn't want to just tell y'all like an Instagram comment or a YouTube comment or just kind of like slide it in there. I kind of wanted y'all to understand everything. Hey Jack, he was giving me a hard time. My lace trying to do a little peekaboo up here.
It's true. I think it was bad timing. I was like, I was just about to get deployed, and then while I was deployed, we were supposed to be playing, and it was tough to plan while I was gone, and it was just a lot going on.
It wasn't hard to give it away because, like I said, it just felt like it had too much resistance into it, and I just wanted it to be right. I wanted the right people to be there. I wanted it to just feel right, you know. I didn't want it to be a stressful. I mean, I know planning a wedding is stressful, but like it was just
with her having Jax by herself, and then her trying
to work, just not having a lot of support. It was just really difficult for me to plan that. And Miles is a man; he don't know how to plan on damn wedding.
Yeah, I was like, whatever you want to do, I'm gonna just go with.
Right. So,
but like she said, one day we're gonna have a wedding in Hawaii, in Maui.
With all our family and friends and everything.
It's only right to have it in Maui.
Only right.
Only right. That's the only place on it. That's another thing. It's like, I don't think it would have been our dream wedding.
The crazy thing is, that makes sense. That makes sense. The only thing is that we didn't even have time to plan our 5-year anniversary, let alone
we haven't gone on vacation.
A whole wedding.
Still haven't gone on vacation.
We still haven't gone on vacation. I was about to book it the other day. Why didn't I book it?
Because you said it was like an infestation or something out there.
Oh no, it wasn't an infestation, it was a seaweed. But yeah, I told them that you weren't rich. I told them that they think that people in the military are rich.
Yeah,
and like,
not even close.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing. I don't have nothing. Nothing. Goddamn. I'm broke.
You're not broke.
I'm broke. She carries it. You know what I'm saying? She brings home the bacon.
Shut up. I bring home the extra. Miles take care of all the important things that needs to be taken care of, right?
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I make sure we live, and she makes sure we have fun.
Right. Miles bring home the meat and potatoes. I just bring home the steak sauce. You know what I'm saying? Dress it up.
Okay, that's a fair one.
Yeah,
okay.
Dress it up.
It's like when you go to Chipotle and you get a bowl, but do you want that guac?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you want them chips?
Right. You already got the bowl. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna fill you up, but the guac and the chips is, you know what I'm saying, set it off. So that's basically how it is.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So yeah. We need each other, you know what I'm saying? But that just goes to say that like we aren't like rich people. I don't feel like we do anything that makes us seem rich.
Did somebody say that? Or
yes, that's what they were saying about the wedding. Like we don't deserve the wedding, you know, stuff like that. That is all I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Let's see if we can get Jackson to say bye. Say bye.
Bye, Jackson.
Bye. What is that? Jackson saying bye. Alright, I gotta get ready for my nail appointment. Bye, y'all.